defensively, the mindset is that we can go all night. It doesn't matter, what the offense is doing. We're gonna wipe the lens every single drive, go out there with a new mentality. Really, it's the same mentality: is to get off the field, get that ball back, get off the field, and give the offense as many opportunities as we can. That's all we can do at the end of the day.
Ryan, you just talked about the mentality, but in addition to having that same mindset, what would you say, quote, kind of kicked in or kind of clicked to where you guys were able to just keep it close for the offense to go ahead and finish it off?
So we kind of found out their identity. They were doing more stretch and play action passing. So in the back end, we're just trying to keep our eyes in the box. So we kind of tried to simplify it for ourselves. We knew the D-line was going to get after them, and they were going to eat. So it's just a matter of us to stay on top and keep Brady Cook contained. And I thought we did a good job of that. So after the quarters kept wearing on, and it's still over the 20-17 for a very long time. So, after a while, you kind of feel like we get into this good rhythm that we can keep stopping them. So what's keeping us from not stopping them? And it's us. So every drive we just keep going out there with the same mentality that we got to get off the field as soon as possible so we can give Sam and those guys another opportunity.
One of the main themes for the defense this year has been some of the slow starts. You got to stop on the first drive of the game. This game, what changed? What was the mindset in the locker room going out?
Just to come out play. It's a lot of us. It's our last game. So the question we asked ourselves, what would you give? If you knew this was your last game ever, because we don't know what's going to happen in our futures. Whether it's NFL, CFL, could be working at Regions Bank. I don't know. But what would you give for your last play? And that's the mindset everybody had to take on, because you never know when it's your last snap.
For Tyler and Kobe, you guys had some youth on the defensive line. Kendron had, I think it was his first start ever. Sheen was in there for a bit. Can you just talk about the youth of the defensive line and what does that really say for the future that you guys kind of left here?
You got the future is bright. We kind of try to set an example for all the young guys around us and just lead them and leave clues for them for the future. So that's the hope.
Yeah, they're we've been practicing with them getting 1 reps the entire season and through camp and everything, so we knew 100% that these guys are ready to go. JD's been doing it this whole season, Kendron's been doing it this whole season, but depending on however many snaps, you only saw certain flashes, but I really feel like we knew, throughout the season who these guys were and what they're going to do. And they're people who go hard. They're people who work for what's theirs, and they're going to fight. And, to have them coming back next year to lead, kind of the rest of the D-line as well, that's going to be huge for them. And they're huge for us this year. So it's been really cool to be able to work alongside them, and I know that they're going to take the reins and keep it moving forward.
I know momentum is kind of something I know people go back and forth on. With that, the Evan Slocum, sort of all we thought was going to be a fumble 6. How important was it for you guys to really reset and kind of block back in and not think we had it and then just kind of reset there?
It was very important. Part of me, I don't know if you'll probably see if you look back on the film, but part of me didn't even want to celebrate because, one, I'm a big old joker, running all the way down to the far end zone and getting tired knowing I might have to go right back out there. So, but that's just a big-time play by Malik. And, even though it didn't go his way, that's just the type of guy he is. That's the type of player he is. But like you said, when you have one of those big plays that doesn't swing your way, that you thought it was going to go another way, you really do have to, lock back in, and it can be easy to be caught up and to not be focused. So I think we did a good job of that.
Ryan, was this potentially the best the defense has played all season?
I don't know. That's hard. It's hard to boil it down to one game. But I will say, that stretch in there we held them scoreless. That was awesome. I thought we showed up every single drive just ready to, no matter what happened, man. We just kept chipping away, finding a way to get off the field every single time. But there's a few performances, quite a few performances that we've had, that I can name, but I don't know. I can't boil it down to just one.
Does it feel good to kind of leave your Demon Deacon career with this type of performance on the defense as a whole, and also yourself personally, Ryan?
Heck yeah! Anytime a defensive guy goes out and I don't even know what to say, man. Just anytime a defense can go out there, especially for us seniors, we can just go out there and do our best. That's all we can ask. Win, lose, or draw. Like, did you give your all? And that's what we did. We gave our all, and we came up victorious. And a lot of it was because of our efforts. And I'll forever cherish that. I'll forever remember that for the rest of my life.
Ryan, I feel like it's been like a revolving door for your position coach since you've kind of been here. Can you just talk a little bit about what Glenn Spencer and even the team coordinator Brad Lambert have really done for you and all of you guys for this entire season?
Yeah, I think they've really opened up a new door for us in terms of it's not just about football. It's about camaraderie. It's about friendships. It's about family. It's about those things that a lot of football programs don't really talk about. So Coach Lambert and Coach Spencer, they came in here with a mindset like, yeah, it's business, it's football, but we got to find ways to get to know each other just a little bit better. Whether that's going to Dave & Buster's last week or playing dodgeball or kickball, finding little ways just to get a little bit more knowledge and clues about each other. What makes us tick? What makes us go harder? And I think that's really what these coaches have instilled in us, instilled in me. I'm sure everybody on this team. We've taken away little phrases from them. I mean, I wish I could have been with these guys even longer. Honestly, it's probably one of the best coaching staff I've ever been with.
Thanks, guys. We'll get AT up here.